Another week has flown by us, but now is not the time to take it easy, especially if you're a dividend investor. Why? We have another week to come worth of ex-dividend dates that you should be well aware of. What exactly is an ex-dividend date? It's the day before the record date when a company checks the records to identify shareholders of the company, and if an investor fails to purchase a stock before its ex-dividend date, they're simply out of luck and won't receive the next dividend payment. Now, if you're new here, I'm Ari, a value and dividend investor on YouTube, looking to keep you updated with economic insights, stock ideas, and the information you'll need to reap more success as an investor. Today, I want to just keep it really simple, run through 10 popular dividend stocks with their ex-dividend dates coming up next week. Before we dive in, if today's video is of any value to you, please tap on that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out and moreover shows me that this content is what you're looking for. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in. So kicking us off on Monday, March 27th, we have Canadian Imperial Bank, ticker symbol CM, which is a Canadian multinational banking and financial services corporation with over 1,000 branches and 11 million clients worldwide, making it the 5th largest bank in Canada. Canadian Imperial has a current share price of $42.06 with a current annual dividend yield of 5.82%, resulting in a dividend amount of 62 cents per share with the payout date scheduled for April 28th. Jumping to Tuesday, March 28th, it's the ex-dividend date for Prospect Capital, ticker symbol PSEC, which is an established private debt and equity manager with more than 30 years of experience and more impressively over $8.8 billion worth of assets under management. The Prospect team mainly focuses on middle market lending and buyouts as well as real estate, private equity, and structured credit. Prospect Capital has a current share price of $7.01 with a current annual dividend yield of 10.1%, resulting in a dividend amount of 6 cents per share with a payout date scheduled for April 19th. Moving into Wednesday, March 29th, it's the ex-dividend date for AP Moller Maersk, ticker symbol AMKBY, which is a Danish shipping company and is active in both ocean and inland freight transit. It's one of the key players when it comes to supply chain management and port operation. Maersk has a current share price of $11.82 with a current dividend yield of 18.67%, resulting in a dividend amount of $2.21 per share with the payout date scheduled for April 17th. On Thursday, March 30th, we have quite a packed day for ex-dividend dates. AG&C Investment, ticker symbol AG&C, which is a real estate investment trust primarily invested into residential mortgage-backed securities, has their ex-dividend day. AG&C has a current share price of $9.85 with a current annual dividend yield of 14.5%, resulting in a dividend amount of 12 cents per share with their payout date scheduled for April 11th. In addition to AG&C, Agree Realty, ticker symbol ADC, which is also a real estate investment trust yet with the focus of ownership and development of retail properties, has their ex-dividend date. Agree Realty has a current share price of $67.27 with a current annual dividend yield of 4.56%, resulting in a dividend amount of 24 cents per share with a payout date scheduled for April 14th. But wait, there's more, because Aris Commercial, ticker symbol ACRE, has their ex-dividend date as well. Aris Commercial is engaged in investing into commercial real estate loans and related investments. As of this video, Aris Commercial has a share price of $9.28 with a current annual dividend yield of 15.09%, ultimately resulting in a dividend amount of 35 cents per share with their payout date scheduled for April 18th. But just when you thought it was safe to call it a day, Illinois Toolworks, ticker symbol ITW, has their scheduled ex-dividend day as well. Illinois Toolworks is a manufacturer of industrial products that operate across industry verticals, making it a less risky and very reliable dividend stock. It's currently trading for $235.16 per share with a current annual dividend yield of 2.19%, resulting in a dividend amount of $1.34 per share with their payout date scheduled for April 13th. And finally, before we close out the week on Friday, March 31st, mark your calendars for 3 more dividend stocks with their ex-dividend day, the first of which is Air Products and Chemicals, ticker symbol APD, which provides gases and chemicals to customers across industry verticals. Air Products and Chemicals has a current share price of $278.81 per share with a current annual dividend yield of 2.37%, resulting in a dividend amount of $1.75 per share with the payout date scheduled for May 8th. In addition, Cardinal Health, ticker symbol CAH, has its ex-dividend day. Cardinal Health services hospitals, healthcare systems, pharmacies, and surgical centers with products and operational planning revolving around their supply chains. As of this video, it is trading for $72.26 with a current annual dividend yield of 2.74%, resulting in a dividend amount of 50 cents per share with the payout date scheduled for April 15th. And to wrap up our week, a personal favorite as a real estate investment trust of choice, Realty Income, ticker symbol O, has their ex-dividend day. Realty Income is one of the largest net lease solutions REITs that engages in the management and operation of single-tenant commercial properties. It is literally known as the monthly dividend company and prides itself on keeping its name. Realty Income has a current share price of $61.27 with a current annual dividend yield of 4.86%, resulting in a dividend amount of 25 cents per share with the payout date scheduled for April 14th. Now investors, that's a wrap for the week. Please keep in mind that none of these stocks were shared as a recommendation to buy them, but simply to inform you of the ex-dividend dates so you can continue to collect on all the cash flow. But if you're invested in or about to invest into any of these stocks, let me know down in the comments below. And remember, if you found today's video of value, please let me know by tapping on the thumbs up button and subscribing, as it helps me tremendously in growing the channel and reaching more dividend investors. With that, I will see you all in the next video.